Alright, we are back on the water again. This time I decided to start out here in Disney Lake. So, the water's a lot calmer. This is the same creek system. Ooh. I'm just pushing off right now. Why is that dripping right on me? There we go. Now I'm in the water. So to my left here, if I go up this way, we will go back towards the creek that I was in the last video. So we're going to head up that direction since the water's not moving. And I'm not even worried about fishing right now since I don't have a new anchor yet. Bummer about that anchor, we'll miss it. But I'm hoping this video is a lot higher quality than the last one. If I can just do better than my last video, I will be happy. So we're just going to cruise on up through here. I'm probably going to be a little quiet for the initial duration here, but hope y'all enjoy. Another cruise in the middle of the day out here on the Alabama Blueways. This is my first time actually putting in on this end of that creek. So I don't know what's up here. Which is really cool. I might need to go get some sunscreen though, because my feet are feeling it already. It is hot. Be. So in my last video, I was talking about going up to New York, so I'm going to try my best to do a somewhat travel vlog for my 2 nights up there. I've actually never done a travel. I've tried it before, but I don't know. It just hasn't clicked until now, so I think I'm going to try that tomorrow and actually do a proper travel vlog for my New York trip. Of course, I'll be working while I'm up there, so it'll have to be spaced around the work, but the work shouldn't be too crazy. It should just be one day's worth of work, and then I'll have an extra day pretty much just to chill. We'll see though. Or just tomorrow night, really. There's just too much to do in New York City. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. So it looks like the sun might be going away for a moment. That'll be nice. I don't know if that's gonna be nice for y'all though on camera. We're just gonna keep cruising. Just nice and slow paddles. Just cruise across here. There was something under the water right there, I believe. It's that time of year I gotta start looking for snakes. Keep my eye out for snaky snakes, little danger noodles. And that's really it though. Everything else should be pretty chill with me being out here. They don't have no gators or anything that I'm aware of. Might run into the errant beaver log. But just taking the beauty of what we have here. Once I get my anchor, I'm going to actually start doing some fishing out here again. I probably could today. It's not moving. The water's not moving, so. At least not moving fast. Probably wait until a little bit later this evening and I'll get some fishing in on my own time. Hey. Oh, there was a turtle. I just scared him away. I don't think that showed up on camera. And now y'all are crooked. Let me fix that. I don't know how that looks. I can't see my screen well enough to know if that even looks all right. It just looks like a reflection. Looks dark. I'm gonna have to change the auto. Let's do auto. No. Alright. Let's see here. So that's correct. I can't see it, but I think it looks fine. I don't know. Maybe too dark. I am recording at 4K 24 this time around. Do that cinematic look and feel. Allegedly. Of course, with my kayak moving left to right like this, I don't know that it's going to make much of a difference. I want it to focus kind of on the tree line up here so you can see everything that I'm seeing. There's something scooting across the water up there. I know you can't see that. Let me see. I'm going to review this footage real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, it might look a little overexposed in some areas, but I had to boost the white balance just a little bit to get it. But you should be all right now. You should be able to see. And I'm going to keep moving. So I've been coming out here in the evenings around 3 in the afternoon, I guess. And hey, there you go. I can see the bird up there. But I came out a little early today so we'd have more time on the water and get more footage. I'll have to cut it up, obviously, and piece together what I want, but God, it smells so good out here. Hey, there's a turtle. I think that was caught on camera. The editing software I used on the last video was really bad. It was YouTube Create, it was the app. So I'm gonna use my Steam Deck and see if I can't get some sort of Linux-based video editing software that can handle 4K, and see if I can do something like that. Any suggestions? I don't have a Windows PC currently. I was using Dex on my monitor, Samsung Dex, or I've got a Steam Deck, which has obviously SteamOS and Linux, and I use it desktop mode. Man, look at the list area. That's so beautiful. All the purple. I think those are some turtles on that log up there. You're gonna find out. Kind of glad the sun went away for a moment. See him flying off. Alright, there is a log underneath me. I can see it. I'm gonna move over. Ooh, I'm getting dripped on and crawled on and everything. Tree spiders. Come on now. I have arachnophobia. Like genuine arachnophobia. But these little green neon spiders for some reason don't bother me. But I just don't want them crawling on me. I'm okay with you being here, buddy. But I don't want you crawling on me. That and the little furry spiders. The little furry spiders don't bother me. It's the big tarantulas and the gangly looking black widows and brown recluses and huntsmans and those. Oh, give me heebie-jeebies thinking about it. But while I'm out here, of course, I acknowledge the reality that I'm going to run into spiders. So I have to kind of just get over it, you know. I can't let a little fear of spiders stop me from doing what I love. Can't do that. So, here we are. I'm hoping, I don't see any from back here, but as I get closer, I might see them dip into the water. A lot of the times, the turtles will be out on these logs, just chilling. Just hanging out, having a good time. But I don't see any right now. That turtle that was next to the boat was pretty big. Probably about a foot wide. Oh, I think there's, yeah, there they are. You can see them. They're off there. There's a big one right there. Let me see if I can zoom in. Right there on that log. I may have to digital zoom it in post, which is going to look like crap, but massive turtles jumping into the water. Oh, that's not going to the right spot. It's so hard to capture on here like that. But these are some big old turtles. Yeah. I wonder how close he'll let me get if I just shut up. I'm going to zoom back out. Alright. We'll see if we can get a little closer. If I can, I'll try to get some footage of him and insert it. I'm just going to be real gentle. Try to go up a little wide so I don't spook him. I've already got his attention. Or her attention. Its attention. It's a turtle. I don't care. He's pretty though. That's a big old turtle. That ain't a snapping turtle either, I don't think. It doesn't look like a snapping turtle. Yeah, there he is. You can see him on camera. Right on the middle of that log right there. I may go normal mode on, I'm using my wide lens to get the full width. If I use my normal, some more of those birds. gonna cruise to the left here. Leave Turtle alone. You can see him right there on that log now for sure. He's just chilling, hanging out, sunbathing, like lizards do, like reptiles do. Guess he's technically a turtle. No, he's not a lizard. He's a. There he goes, into the water. Yeah, I got a little too close, spooked him. Oh, there he goes. I see him going towards shore. So the sun's to my back right now, so you should have a really good view of everything. The lights and everything should look pretty decent right now. Hoping it doesn't oversaturate or anything. Again, I'm new to this. The white balance is on auto. My speed is on 1600. That's a little low, ain't it? Let me get my shutter speed up to the recommendations here. Since I'm shooting. Again, I'm still figuring all this out. Once I get it all down, maybe get an actual camera made for this kind of thing, it's gonna look a lot better. Looks like I'm about to be going past someone's backyard. A fish out. Nice and steady, cruising along. I'll tell you what though, if I hear banjos, I'm paddling towards them. I want some good food, some good home cooking. I don't know if it fell from this direction or if it fell from the other. Hopefully I can get over this log right here. Yeah. Cool. This is the proper direction here. Something's flopping. More turtles probably. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of turtles. Now those are much smaller. It's much younger turtles. About to have to put my feet in the water. They're getting a little cold. They're getting a little hot, I mean. Oh, there we go. That's one thing about out here is it is very hot. I mean, it's not as hot as it's gonna be. Out here, the summers get really, really scorching. This is actually a really nice day. Nice, cool breeze. All right, see, what did I tell you? I don't want you crawling on me. You can be in the boat, just not crawling on me. This is what I hope to have one day. Nice plot of land, a creek or a river running through the backyard, the back acre, so that I can come out here anytime I want, hop in and start cruising. So I'm headed up towards where I put in my boat yesterday. Now I mapped it out on Google Earth. It's about 2 hours. So, or 2 hours, 2 miles. So depending on how fast I can paddle, it might take an hour or so. But I'm just cruising, so I'm not trying to speed speed paddle or anything. I mean, it's only been 11 minutes. These birds are crazy. Watched one the other day swallow his meal. That fish was bigger than the whole thing's neck, and it can just swallow it right down. Absolutely crazy. Beautiful creatures. I don't know what they're called. I don't know what kind of bird that is. Pelican, I guess? Some sort of pelican. A little bit more speed up now. I am going to be burnt after this, I can tell you that much. Did not wear sunscreen, and I'm pasty white, as you saw from me getting my kayak down and putting it up last week. I am bright white. Like, I got to lower the white exposure in order to not blind everybody. There's something underneath me. Some sort of big old log or rock or something. Most likely another down tree. I'm shocked this time of year there ain't nobody else out here. Which, I mean, I'm glad. It's nice and chill. Very calm. Night and day difference to what's coming up tomorrow and all the traveling, and thankfully there are direct flights from here up to New York, so it won't be too bad. Just a straight shot, about 2 hours in the air. I'm gonna chill right here for a second. Just take it in. Look at that little creek going over there. Yeah. I'll put you back in the middle there. I actually haven't been up this far, so I don't know. I bet you that's some good fishing, though. Appears to be a turtle in the middle. I could go up in there and see what we got. I don't know how deep it is, though. That's one thing I will add to this kayak eventually, and that is a fish finder, just for the depth. It would be cool to have the depth of how deep the water is and everything. I didn't bring a backup battery, so if my phone dies, I'm just SOL. It'll be alright though. See, the water's clearing up a lot since yesterday, or since the last video. It's a lot nicer out here today. I don't know when I'll get the chance to come back out here, so I'm going to try my best to, I'm going to enjoy this today. Once I get back, I have to put my kayak back on the rack because it won't fit. My car won't fit in the airport parking lot, parking deck with a kayak on the roof. Which, I mean, I wouldn't expect it to. I wouldn't leave my kayak on the roof in the airport anyway. Someone would probably take it. And honestly, I wouldn't blame them. I'm still sore from, this is my third trip out this week, and I'm still not used to it, but it's a good workout. It's nice. It's not, it's like calisthenics, sort of, pushing your own body weight around. Nice. Have that rower, them rower arms by the end of it. Actually, I hope I never end. I don't think I'll ever stop doing this. I hope not. I know a lot of people who, you know, people give up on the things they like to do and just go about their daily routine, going to work, going home, doing their chores, and never really having time to do the things they love to do. Which, I mean, for some people, that's how they operate, and I get it. Not me. I'll tell you right now, I can be lazy. I'm a lazy SOB sometimes. But when it comes to the things I like, things I want to do, completely different story. I will find a way. I will make it work. As you should. Sounds like a waterfall, but I can't see it. Yeah, it's like a little waterfall down there. I can't see it though, so I'm gonna just keep paddling. I don't know what direction. I guess I'm headed upstream, so that's north in general. I don't know though. Trying to get some speed up so cruise. Just let me coast for a minute. Alright. So yeah, I'm sorry if it's not perfectly level. But then again, I am on the water in a boat, in a kayak. So depending on which side I'm paddling and leaning, it's going to be off just a little bit until I get a gimbal that'll keep it perfectly stable. I've had sunglasses on my head this whole time and I'm not even using them. Man, that's nice. Hold on 1 second. I gotta stop the video for just a moment to take a work call. Okay, I am back. Had to take a brief little work phone call, so see, that's the joys of this, of my the kind of work I do. I am still technically on the clock. Well, sort of. You could do the closest thing you can compare it to the salary. As long as I'm available within 2 hours of getting to the airport, which, I mean, they're not going to call me today. They don't normally. I know I've got a job scheduled, so I'm good to go. I'm very blessed with that. Let's see here. Can I make this not so crooked? How do I do that? Anyway, I don't remember what I was talking about prior to answering that phone call. So let me see. We're just gonna cruise for a second while I gather my thoughts. there's a little slough. I wonder if I should go up in there. I bet there's good fish in there. I don't have my thing though. Again, I didn't bring any of my fishing supplies with me. Another turtle. I don't know how shallow or how deep that is to go up in there. Screw it, looks like I'm going that way anyway. I just want to peek in and come out. Maybe too shallow, we'll see. Talk about not knowing what we're going to find. It's just like a little separate little lake. I'm just going to turn around because I don't see any way out from that end. So I'm just going to go back out right here. One thing I will say, I'm going to have to get... Holy crap, that's dark. Wow. Okay. Alright, I'm setting the ISO to auto. Because obviously I don't know what I'm doing. Apologies for the dark footage. I hope y'all got to see down in there. Poor boy. Oh, there's so many things that we could talk about. Like the cicadas blooming in every county but mine. It's pretty crazy. So there's this year, I know everyone, if you're not living under a rock, or if you see the news at all, the 13-year and the 17-year cicadas, around here we call them katydids, but they're going to be coming up out of the ground at the same time. Here we're only going to get the 13-year brood, but we're actually in Walker County, we don't get any of them, which, I mean, they're going to migrate. They migrate around. Obviously we end up finding them in our yard and everything, but I'd like to be in one of them counties that's getting both, because it would be really, really cool. I'm sure the summer's going to be loud where they're at, because they make that high-pitched squealing noise. And usually that just ends up being a really loud... Oh, shit. I think that was either a gar or a snake, I can't tell. We're gonna stay away from him though, as far as we can. If it's a gar, obviously they're harmless, but, well, they can bite, but he's not gonna jump into my boat and bite me. That looked like a snake. If it is a snake, I just want to paddle away. Water moccasins are no joke. What kind of grub is that? See this bright green grub over here? There is something about being out here that's just calms my soul. It's really nice. Just listening to the birds chirp and the occasional splash in the water. Not from me, but the fish popping and the turtles dropping. I have to do another moment of silence here. Just chill out for a little bit. Going through here. Take it all in. Just hope more people can share this with me, because this is just breathtaking. The amount of green, the smell is just absolutely amazing. At some point, this creek is going to start looking familiar. Hasn't happened yet, though. We'll see what happens. So, this might actually be, I think they call it Watts Creek. up here on the right. Because I think I have been this far before. Down to the, from the other direction over here. Pardon my nicotine inhalant. I'm working on quitting, as I've been doing for the last, who knows how long. Alright, we're gonna go. No, I think this is a little further down than I'm thinking it is. It looks very similar, but oh wow. There's something down there going on. Oh, I keep missing. So it looks like there's a lot of down trees up here, so I may end up having to turn around up here. I don't know, because I'm not getting out of this water today. It's too cold. Water hasn't warmed up yet. I wonder if this tree, I'll be able to see it a little bit better. What's making all that racket up here? I'll be able to squeeze around these trees. We'll see. I see a path. Or let's hope this path ain't as shallow as it looks. It's the joy of kayaking. We'll see. I can be in like 3 inches of water and be fine. The second there's a log or something that I don't see, that's when I get stuck. Oh yeah, all the turtles fell off into the water. That's probably part of the problem there. Yeah, see, right now I'm going over top of a down tree, so I'm thinking I can hear it scraping. Should be okay. Yeah. Just coast along. See, from back there, it looked like it was all the way across. But it wasn't. It was just the way it was layered made me go right over it. Which is pretty great. Definitely wouldn't want to take a motorized boat down through here, I can tell you that right now. That would be a chore. The flat bottom would work, but you'd have to paddle it, and that would be a massive chore. I need to get a pedal kayak. I may end up trying to get these. That'll be my next upgrade for these videos, is a pedal kayak. really don't want to talk about anything too serious while I'm out here, but lately I've been realizing more and more how just negative social media has gotten. Like, it's an amazing thing. We have access to an immense wealth of information, and it's just people bickering back and forth, or arguing about who's right about what. It's like, I don't care at this point. I just want to live my life. I want you to live yours. Just don't hurt nobody. Spread some positivity. I've noticed this mindset going around, not just on the internet, but I notice it around me. People so glass half empty. I've noticed it a lot. Very pessimistic. I just can't be that way. I just refuse. I try my best to look for the good in people, look for the beautiful things in life like this. I've been to 40 out of 50 states in this country, in the United States, and the people I meet, the people I've met, have been absolutely amazing to me. Of course, you run into your occasional, for lack of a better term, dickhead or asshole, or just not so nice people. But they're the minority. You see it. Like I said, I've been to a lot of places. Maybe I've been lucky. Maybe I have. But I don't know. Probability and statistics would state that that's not luck at this point. The amount of people I've met that seem like genuinely decent, just hardworking people. And it makes me it opened my eyes. Like, not everybody who disagrees with you is a horrible, vile human being. And not that I ever actually really thought that. I mean, don't get me wrong, everyone knows there's those people out there. Unfortunately, more than we'd like to admit. But if everyone could just take a moment and just step back, away from social media, away from the internet, go be with the people in their lives physically, talk to people, go out and meet new people, I think the world would be a better place. I mean, we may not always agree on stuff, which is fine. And there are genuine things to be worried about, especially in this country. You never know what's going to happen. People being unhinged and whatnot. But I grew up believing that we took risks. We pushed boundaries as a nation, and being able to get out here and do this and relax while all the crazy stuff goes on elsewhere. It's just, people take it for granted. Taking it for granted for far too long, I think. Anyway, I'm going to get off my soapbox and just let this ride do its thing. Nice way to decompress out here. I'm going to try to get over these trees up here again. Because I think last time proved to me that it's deceiving. When I get closer, I can see a way around them. But from far back, I can't really tell. Especially with the water being this murky. So like right here, I think I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine. Granted, yesterday I thought I was fine too and I got stuck, so. Let's see. Okay, so I should be over this log here. Yep, I'm about to. Ooh. Alright, cool. Now this looks a little bit more treacherous. I bet you I can get over it though, if I'm just careful. We'll see. I mean, it looks like entire trees have fallen in, obviously, from all the storms and just age. So, I think I'm good right here. Yeah, I'm not hitting anything with my paddles. I'm going a little deeper with my paddles just to see. I think there's a little section right there. I see a turtle. Is that a turtle? I don't know. But I'm about to spook it if it is, because I'm going right up against it. I think I can get through right there. Yep. I'm going to have to break through, go through just like this. And I'm through. Wow. It's a little tight. But we made it. Keep going. I'm not stopping until I see where my car was parked yesterday. That's my goal here. I want to see if I can even make it all the way upstream. There's a tree underneath me right now. I'm about to scrape it. Nope, I didn't scrape it. Good. I have to splash my feet again. I regret not getting sunscreen, because that is gonna definitely leave some hole. I'm gonna have some holy burns on my leg, on my feet. Okay, fix that. More turtles going underwater. hear the train, that's a good sign. Because the tracks literally go over the entrance where I'm talking about. So that tree went down recently. Either that or it's just stayed alive. We're gonna go underneath it though and see how far out we are from that train track. I think this might actually be the Watts Creek I was talking about up here. Nope, it's not. Not quite yet. Because if it is, there'd be a little stop-in section where people have camped, or at least have stuff that they set up to camp. It might be. It may just be because I'm coming from the other direction. Yeah. I don't know. I can't tell. I don't have my map pulled up, so obviously I don't know if this is exactly where it was or not. No, because I remember it being a little shallower. There'd be a grill and some other stuff sitting on the side of the bank here. I mean, that's what it looks like, sort of. I'm gonna have to turn around eventually though, because my arm's getting pretty tired. I'm gonna take it a little slower. Oh my God, those fish. They were some pretty fish right there. Massive. I don't know, they look like spotted bass. I scared them with my oar though, my paddle. So obviously I didn't get a good look at them. They moved out over here quickly. Let my arms set for a second. I'm gonna try to remember to edit out all of the vaping in this video because I know how annoying it is, and I don't want to be that annoying person vaping on camera very loudly. Thankfully, going back technically is downstream. I don't know that it's moving, but in theory, it should be easier to go backwards. Again, I'm gonna try to cut all that out so y'all don't have to hear it. If all I have to do is mute the video for a second, that's what I'll do. Alright, so I know where I'm at now. I've seen this boat before. Just the other day, as a matter of fact. And that right there is exactly why I said you don't want to take a flat bottom or anything but a flat bottom or a kayak down through here, because it is very easy. You can see it'd be very easy to sink a boat out here in these things. Put my sunglasses back on. It's hard to see in the shade with these glasses on, but when it's bright out here, it's nice. I'm not giving up until I get to that boat launch. Well, it's not a boat launch, it's a paddler launch. It's made for kayaks and for people to fish on the bank. It's just like a public access, fishing access. Alright, before this clip gets too big, for any of these editing softwares, I'm going to stop it here and restart. Okay. Started a new clip. That way I can work with it a little easier. I don't want it to go too long. Since these are 4K clips, they're going to be massive. Again, I'm going to have to transfer them from my phone and do something with them. I bet you I could live stream out here. That'd be pretty cool. Don't know who would watch, but I could totally do it. I'll try. I don't really care if anyone watches, now that I think about it. Granted, the VOD would be really poor quality. Actually, and so would the live stream. I think it's better to do these in finished videos. I really want to show just how gorgeous this place is. I know where I'm at now for sure. That boat. This is that little section with the grill that I was talking about. So this is coming up from the other direction where I turned around at the last video at the very end. When I was getting back towards the car, this is that section of the river, the creek, that this is the other end of that section, basically. I'm coming up from the other direction, but this means I'm about 5 minutes from my destination. We're going to turn around and slowly cruise our way back downstream. I think that 2 miles, it's 2 miles one direction, so it's 4 miles total round trip to go from from this trip that I just went. So I think that'll be a good stopping point with how sore my arms are. Go underneath this tree. I got hung up on this tree the first time I was ever out here. about a year ago. My fishing rod got stuck on it. It's pretty funny. I think it's funny. Of course, that was back before I even considered filming, and that's not true. I had considered it. I just didn't have my tripod. I didn't know how I was going to do it, and I just finally recently just said, screw it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the best I can with what I've got, and keep going. Just do it, share it. I watch videos like this all the time, so it's like, I know I want to make the kind of footage, the kind of videos that I want to watch, you know. As long as I do that, I'll be happy. One of these days, I'm going to get an actual, like, real kayak and do, like, a camping trip. Kayak camping. Load up the kayak with camping gear and do, like, 2 or 3 days down through here. Not specifically this creek, but one of the other creeks. Okay, I can see the bridge now. So I'm getting close. I'm getting real close. Once I get up here, I'm going to turn around and we're going to cruise our way back down. So it's taken me about an hour and some odd change, I think, to get up here. Of course, fighting upstream. That ain't moving very much. So there's this thing that happens in Alabama. It's called the 601-mile kayak race. You start up in Huntsville, and you go 601 miles down south, and I think you've got 10 days to finish, 7 to 10 days to finish. Of course, people have whole teams and months of preparation and training and everything for that. But one of these days, that would be a goal. That's a goal. You end up in Mobile, which I used to live down in Mobile, Alabama. It's very gorgeous down through there. It's right there on the bay. You've got the bay, and then you've got the actual Gulf of Mexico. About a 30-40 minute drive from there, which is really cool. I saw my first car. But those people are nuts. The people who do the 601-mile race, they are absolutely insane, because I hope to be one of those insane people one day. Genuinely. But again, it's going to take a lot of work to get there. And the proper kind of kayak. Home stretch, baby. Depending on how low the water is, I may pull off here, stand up, stretch for a second, and then get back in and head back down. Should have got my gloves. That's one thing you don't think about when kayaking is very easy to get, what do you call it, blisters on your hands, thanks to the water and the rubbing against your fingers. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to let no blister stop me. But it would be nice. Alright. So it is doable. My plan was to go from here down to Disney Lake. But since I did it backwards... Oh, there's some ducks. There's some ducks. Nice. Such a beautiful shot right here. Absolutely beautiful. Alright, I'm gonna go touch the bridge and go back. So if you watched my last video, you will see this is the same bridge. Oh. Oh. Aha. Nice. I started going through here yesterday. But now I'm just cruising on back. Nice and slow. Alright, sorry for the rocking. It's going to be a little rocky. Alright. I'm going to pause the footage here, and I'll pick back up with the new clip. Ready to head back down the river, the creek, all the way back to my car. So, BRB. Yeah, I just realized this whole time, so I just started back the footage. I'm about to turn around because I'm floating backwards. You can see how far I've drifted in about 3 minutes. So going downstream is not going to be as hard. But there's the bridge, so you know I'm not cheating. I didn't get out and take my car back down. I'm actually going to go all the way down. I'm going to wet my feet a little bit because my feet are warm. Whew. All right. And I'm going to get this thing moving a little quicker going downstream. And we're going to go back the way we came. So this is going to be a pretty long video. That should be alright though. It's supposed to be just a chill video. Again, I'm going to try my best. I had my little soapbox earlier. I'm going to keep everything chill and calm and relaxed. I was watching Bob Ross a couple nights ago, going to sleep. He just radiates that positivity, that calmness that everyone, you know, knows and loves. I know I can't even dream of being like Bob Ross. Nobody can. He's one of a kind. But at the very least, I hope that some inspiration comes from him on these videos. I mean, especially just the joy of nature, and in his case it was painting nature. Mine, it's showing it to you. Especially these hidden gems, like I said. I mean, I grew up here, and I had no idea this was here until I was 21 years old, 20 years old. I'm 30 now, basically. Basically 30. I'm not quite 30, but I'm basically 30. And I had no idea this was here for the majority of my life. And I think that's a damn shame. Oh. We're just gonna cruise on over this log right here. And if anyone has any questions about kayaking or anything, please don't ask me, because I don't know anything. I don't know what I'm doing. Now, I can tell you this. Headwaters Kayak, the YouTube channel, and there's another one. If I can think of it, I'll link it or mention it somewhere. But they're the ones that have taught me everything I know. I just found it, and here we are. Of course, I've been doing this for 4 years on and off now. I'm still a noob, still a novice. But I haven't had as much experience as I would like to have. And my main goal with all of this, I was looking at a gar. My main goal with all of this was to fish. But of course, I am not the greatest fisherman in the world. I mean, no one says I had to be to do it. But this was the cheapest solution to get me out on the water again. I don't care if it's a boat, I don't care if it's a floaty. I just wanted to be back out on the water. So if you ever want to get on the water, just know you can do it. This was a cheap kayak from Walmart. You can modify it like I did. The things you see me putting in the seat at the beginning of the video, those are 3D printed seat risers I got from a Thingiverse file that someone had designed to raise the seat up on this thing about 3 inches. And I just put them in this season. I got them last year, but it was too cold to get out in the water. At least that, and I was traveling a lot more than I am right now, so it was a little harder to keep track of. But those seat risers, things like that, modifications you can make. I added the anchor trolley on the side here, which you can get at your local sporting goods store or on Amazon. Just a couple carabiners and some clips and some silicone, and it's not hard to do. Just follow some simple instructions and you'll be alright. But I think anybody can do it if you want to. Of course, keep in mind the weight of your kayak. Mine's pushing the weight limit that I wanted to make it easy to do for one person, because if you're going to be by yourself doing it, or if you have help, it's even better. You can get whatever you want, and if your budget allows for it, or if your vehicle transportation allows for it. I used to pin this thing with some foam blocks on the top of my little sedan. Well, it's not this kayak, I had a different one with a form molded seat, and I did not like that seat. You end up with swamp butt all day. Oh, that's beautiful. We're just gonna coast through here for a minute. There's these little fur, I don't know if it even comes up on camera or not, but these little fur, like pollen. It's like the dandelion. Yeah, it's like dandelions. But they're flying through the air right now. It's snowing. I know people with allergies, like myself, hate those little things, but it is really cool to see nature at work here. Keep forgetting we have invasive carp out here too. So part of, oh my gosh, I just saw a 3-foot gar. Thing is massive. Gar, if you're not aware of what a gar is, it's a prehistoric looking fish. I don't know how old they actually are, but I know they've been around forever, for a long time. They've got teeth. For freshwater fish, they've got teeth. They're a predatory fish. And they have really long, thin, almost like snake-like noses. But they've got teeth in there. And they're really, really crazy looking. They're gnarly. I'll put a picture of a gar up so you can see what I'm talking about if you've never seen one. But I just saw a 3-footer, which means that thing's probably pretty old. Pretty big gar. Last thing you want is, if you're fishing out here, to catch a gar on your line, because usually on a normal fluorocarbon line it'll snap it right off. At least it did for me. Again, I'm not the greatest fisherman in the world. Okay, is there another one there? No, that's a reflection of the water. Okay. So I was watching, I'm going to start talking about aliens and UFOs for just a minute. I was watching something that just kind of made me laugh a little bit. Talking about the Anunnaki and I think it was Billy Carson and Andrew Schultz. I don't know the first thing about Billy Carson. I don't know who he is. I just know the brief amount of information I got from that podcast. So I'm not going to make any judgments here. All I know is I've seen some weird stuff myself. Nothing like he's described. But as a Christian, it definitely contradicts some of the things that I know to be the case. And that's fine. My personal beliefs are not what we're talking about. But the theories are interesting, to say the least. And I know I've said a lot without saying anything, but I'm talking about how the Earth is considered a prison planet, and the Y-Files has a good video talking about the prison planet theory. And there's a lot of really interesting stuff because it's very similar to what David Icke was preaching, which, if anyone knows who David Icke is, he's a very eccentric fellow. Called himself Jesus, the reincarnation of Christ. So obviously I don't put a lot of weight into what he's saying. But I've seen things like Tic Tacs and metal spheres in the sky. And I know I sound crazy saying this, but I think it's to that point now where people are starting to realize, like, okay, these things are here and we don't know what they are. Or at least the public doesn't know what they are. And to me, that is the fact that the Pentagon is saying they don't know what they are, that they're not real, or, you know, not that they're not real, but that they don't know what they are, is interesting to me. This stuff can invade our airspace, and we have no clue how they operate, allegedly. Jesse Michaels has a good video talking about the shift away from gravity and gravitational theory, and the shift into particle physics and string theory. And I watched another video last night about the Large Hadron Collider, and it just blows my mind what we've done for the chance to understand more about the fabric of the universe, and yet how little we've done in terms of gravitational forces. And I don't know. Again, I'm not claiming to know one way or another on any of that, because I have not studied it. I am no expert, and this is not professional advice. This is just my opinion. I just think there's clearly something more going on, and these UFOs that we're seeing definitely resemble, to some extent, the angels and demons in the Bible. Now, if that's what they actually are, if they're just supposed to resemble them, maybe that was the goal. Maybe it's a whole, just a massive psyop to get people in line. Maybe. But if that's the case, how are they moving? How are they doing these crazy physics-breaking maneuvers? I don't know. I think it's fascinating. So I'm going to tell a story about, so I've been, like I mentioned before, I travel a lot, so travel pretty much weekly, and there have been a lot of places I've been, that, I don't know where I was going with that. I'll probably just leave that out. I'm gonna hit the log. There we go. Just smacked myself in the face with the water off my oar. Hey, turtle. I love how these turtles just pop up right next to the kayak, not even realizing I'm here until they come up. It's so funny. They come up and then they quickly go back under and stick their head in their shell. Oh, do y'all hear that? That sounds like, I think it's pileated woodpecker, or pileated. I don't know how you say it. It's Pileated woodpecker. And they are beautiful. And you don't see them near as much. When I was growing up, I saw a couple of them. And it's very rare to see them, to spot them. But they have the big black bodies with the white tuxedo-like shirt and a red cap on their head. But they are beautiful birds. Very annoying if you live right next to where one's nesting. But that's what it sounds like. They're massive too. The big ones. They're pretty big. At least the ones I've seen. They're about a foot tall. So if that gives you an idea of how big it is for a bird. Yeah, he's right. He's to the right. He's in one of these trees. I wish I could spot him. I don't see him. He's up there. He's way up. Well, we're going to keep going. It's cool to know that he's still out here. Got a long way to go to get back. As long as my feet are cool, I'm cool. My feet get hot. That's the end of it. I start sweating even worse. Oh, I'm about to scare this turtle off. He's right underneath my only way through. Yeah. I will say it's a little easier going downstream, that's for sure. I mean, it doesn't look like it's moving, but it definitely feels like it's a little easier to get speed. These flies are crazy right here. All right. Try to speed up a little bit, get away from these flies. And we're going to coast downstream now. Oh, you're a little off. There we go. Level you back out. So when I get back from doing this trip, I'll edit this one and post it tonight. And then I've got to get packed up for tomorrow. I'll make a, I've got to get out of here early in the morning, about 8:30. Not super early, but early. Thankfully, it's a direct flight. I'll be landing in Queens, in LaGuardia, at 3 o'clock-ish Eastern time. So I'll have the rest of the evening. Oops. Uh-oh. Get away from that. Oh no, I'm about to get stuck. Yep. Come on. There we go. No getting stuck today. I didn't even see that one. Alright, this is that weird section where I'm going to have to go and get really close to that log. This might be some sort of we call it a dam, I guess, because it's damming up the water right here. You can see the flow coming through. But I'm just going to go right here with it, because I know when I came through earlier, this was safe. Alright, push off the tree. We are good to go. So long. Ooh, that tree is completely rotted. Alright. Keep having something crawl on me. Don't know what it is. We're going to leave it that way. Alright, we're through the worst of those trees, at least. There might be some more up here that I'm going to have to get through. But I'm about to cut this video here in just 1 second and come back with a new clip. Oh, I'm back. I had to pause that for a second. People who kayak more often than I do, how do y'all handle using the bathroom on long trips? Y'all just get out? I know it's not a topic discussed very openly, but right now, I've just been holding it until I get back. Granted, I've not been on any super long trips, so like, obviously, nature's like the best bathroom, but especially for a guy. But you know, I don't know. Like, I can't stand up in this kayak. I don't think it's possible because I don't have any kind of support. And I am not known for my balance. I can tell you that right now. Yeah. So I'm hoping there's not as much lens flare on this video too, because the sun's a lot higher in the air. So if you didn't know any better, you would think this was a dead end. Obviously, we came from this direction, so I know it's not a dead end. I'm gonna have to find another entrance point. Oh, that's cool. Big turtles going in the water. I love turtles. Turtles are cool. I do like the classic. I like turtles. And scrape. Nope, didn't scrape it. Good. I'm gonna have to get another camera angle, like one of them hat cams, so y'all can see what I'm looking at. I can cut in and out. I think I'm gonna get a GoPro at some, or 2 GoPros, I guess. I don't want to use my phone for this permanently, but until I can afford one, that's what we're doing. I'm currently saving up for a 2-week vacation, so I can't really go drop $600, $800 on some cameras and tripod mounts and all that stuff, gimbals, and before you know it, you spent $2,000 on camera footage or camera equipment. Oh, these little shaded areas are really nice. Nice breeze. So I think this marks about the halfway point. I think so. I don't know, because I think I'm about 25 minutes back in. Yeah, who cares how long we've been out here? We're just gonna hang out and chill. Y'all are gonna have to tell me if the paddle noise is unbearable in the water or if it adds to the ambiance. I don't know. I like it. I think it's, when I'm paddling, I think it sounds good. But then again, I'm out here doing it, so I don't know. I got bugs crawling all over me at the moment. Mosquitoes and the like. Okay. Oh, that's a giant poplar. Wow. Is it a poplar or a white oak? I can't tell from here. That thing's huge though. for either one of those trees. If it's a poplar, it's even it's crazy how big it is. About 15, 20 years ago, I could have told you. 15 years ago, I think. I was in my high school forestry team, and we had to identify all the trees in our backyard, basically. I still remember a few of them, but not all of them. There's quite a few different species around here. The primary ones are the pines, obviously, and then the oaks. Like, I believe the one I'm just crossing under is a water oak. No, it's not. That is a white oak. Water oaks have a very distinct color. Or not color, leaves. It's like a rounded end on the leaf. If I could find one, I'd show you. I don't see any floating in the water though. I'm just praying the quality of this footage is better, because that last video, I was not very happy with it. Again, I just want to do better than I did on the last one. Those small splashes are just me correcting. So I think I'm going to do some hiking videos too, once I get out into Bankhead. We've got a lot of protected forest up north of us in the Sipsey Wilderness. Oh, is it good? It's good? I think it's good. In the Sipsey Wilderness area of Bankhead National Forest, there's a lot of places to camp and to, I think you can camp up there, I'm pretty sure, and to hike. And so there's hundreds of waterfalls, and it'd be cool to capture some waterfalls. Oh no, that's a biting fly. Yeah, get out of here. Or stinging fly, I guess is a better way to put it. It's a black stinging bee fly. Whew. Caught a little fish jumping at the water. Trying to get used to paddling with my phone in between my legs has been a little different, that's for sure. I'm going to sit up a little bit better too, which is good. Just keep moving in, moving down. It's funny. I can see a jet way up there, and you have the turbo. You have the little Cessna flying lower, obviously, and it's just really cool to see the difference, just like stacked on top of each other. It's an interesting dichotomy, that's for sure. Of course, I'll be on a jet tomorrow. I love flying though. Flying's great. Of course, I've seen stuff about Boeing, and it's a shame. But I've also been on a lot of different airlines and different flights, different planes, and I've circled the globe about 5 times, basically, in terms of miles flown in the last 3 years. And I can honestly say I would much rather take flying than Ubering in the city any day. Or flying than, well, any other form of travel, really. It's just, you get to do whatever you want within reason. If you want to get a little toasty before your flight, you go get a little toasty before your flight. Just don't be a ass about it, and you can do whatever you want. Oh, pretty turtle, pretty turtle. That was a snapping turtle. I don't want to get near him. Bite my finger off. Nice. Someone's cutting some grass. I can hear the lawnmower. I normally do that if I was gonna cut grass, it'd be early morning or late evening, not in the hot heat of the day like right now. The sun's like literally directly above me. Wow, how gorgeous is this? That was a volleyball. I'd say it's Wilson. No, just a basketball. Feels so good. Wind is feeling really nice out here right now. Nice cool breeze. There's big tortoise again. Big turtle. I'm gonna go in down towards this end here. See, that's a shame. I don't think I'll be able to get that out of there, or else I'd try. Need to make it a point next time I come out here to get a net for stuff like that. I don't know if you can see him or not, but he's a little further back there this time. But he's in there. He's on that log again. The same log we came around earlier. Try to point right at him. I'm trying to get as close as I can to him. Oh, nope, he went in. He's not even gonna let me get close. He's like, nope. We know your kind. Y'all like turtle soup. I never had no turtle soup, I can promise you that. I'm not saying, you know, I would be opposed. I'm just saying I ain't never had no turtle. Never ate no turtle. Never had the desire to eat a turtle. Alright, this clip has reached its limit. I'm going to stop it here and start back up. Alright. Yeah, I've been stopping them at about 25 to 30 minutes long. I don't want, when I import these clips, like I said earlier, I don't want them to be too big to import into whatever program I decide to use. And if I have to transfer them off one at a time, I'm not stuck with waiting an hour just to get to work with the footage. That white balance is way off. I can see that much. Well, maybe not. You just can't see the clouds. It's either you get to see the water and the bank, or you get to see the clouds because of how bright it is right now. Ooh, duckies. Oh, my seat just broke. Or did it? No. It just, yeah, came loose. It'll be alright. Thankfully, a seat is the least of my concerns right now. I'll fix it later. It's just the straps that were holding it came loose. I guess these videos would be considered some form of ASMR. I don't know. But just without the close-up, you know, noises. Like nature ASMR. That's the best kind in my book. Oh, the duck. I just scared a duck underwater. I don't know when he's gonna come back up. So I'm not too much further from the little dock up here, pier. See if we can get this guy before he runs. Oh yeah, you can see him. He's chilling. Just hanging out. I think he was about ready to pounce. Yep, there he goes. I think he might be going in. Nope, he's just flying away. Okay. I don't know why my seat decided to come loose. But I'm sitting on like a bar now and it's a little uncomfortable. But I'm close enough to the thing where we'll fix it when we get out. It'll be alright. That'll be 4 mile round trip once I get back. Glad the bottom of my seat didn't fail. It was just the top. There's another gar. That could have been a bass. I don't really know. I can barely see it. What are you looking at? Bird staring right at me. Oh, there's a dead fish around here somewhere. That's for sure. No, maybe not. All right. So this is where I end it. Looks like there's people out here fishing, so I'm gonna not disturb them or put them on video.